No. No. No.
Get away.
No.
Get away.
No.
Get away.
No.
Uncertain.
No.
Uncertain.
Get away.
No.
Uncertain.
Get away.
No.
Uncertain.
Isolation.
No.
I'm sad. I'm
Uncertain.
lonely.
No.
I'm sad.
Isolation.
I'm lonely.
I'm sick of feeling
I'm
lost.
sad. I'm lonely. I'm sad.
I'm sick of feeling lost.
I'm sad.
I'm sick of
I'm
feeling
lonely.
lost.
I'm
I'm
sad.
sick of
I'm
feeling
lonely.
lost.
I'm
I'm sick of feeling lost.
I'm lonely.
I'm
I'm
sick
sad.
of feeling lost. I'm sick of
I'm
feeling
sad.
lost.
I'm sad. I'm sad.
Exclusion is feeling isolated. Inclusion is feeling you belong.
Exclusion is seeing the world around you without being. Inclusion is breaking the glass and building.
Exclusion is being held out to something. Inclusion is working hard to make it accessible.
Exclusion is back in the auditorium, looking at the stage, wishing you were up there. Inclusion is being up there, center stage, living your best life path.
Exclusion is being pushed away. Inclusion is being welcomed back in.
Exclusion is feeling invisible in a room full of people. Inclusion is having those people interact with you and accept you.
Exclusion is a lonely journey. Inclusion is a welcome hand.
Exclusion is being left out. Inclusion is like being invited to the party.
Exclusion is being looked over. Inclusion is being withdrawn.
We are a group of 7 people on the stage. 2 of us are sitting, one on the chair and one on the floor. 4 of us are standing. The last person is walking around and putting the red thread around our wrists and bodies. We are also a group that have been working together for the past days and creating a safe space in which we share our experience of being excluded and also the times when we felt included. Red thread symbolized the connection of these moments. It symbolized the realization that we are not alone in our exclusion, in our oppression. It also symbolized the realization that we can fight exclusion together as a community.
So I have endometriosis. People don't realise the pain I go through on a daily basis. This is because I choose not to tell anyone for fear of being judged due to the environment that I'm in. I'm at university studying acting, and therefore sometimes the atmosphere can be competitive. We also have to be professional. I do a lot of stage management, meaning that sometimes tasks can be difficult due to the pain that I'm in. I sometimes feel excluded from activities with friends because sometimes I'm not able to do them due to being in pain. This makes me feel very isolated. People could say, well, why don't you reach out to groups? I do this sometimes, but when I'm referred to as her or girl, I find this really disheartening. This is because I use they, them pronouns, which means that it makes it difficult for me to tell people about my illness. But aside from this is predominantly a woman's problem, and it shouldn't be hidden away. We are all equal and we are all human, and therefore we should be able to tell anyone if we're struggling.
What do you see when you look at me? If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. I'm visually impaired, but it is the truth. This is my truth. The way it affects my life is monumental. It impacts my relationships, my family, and my friendships. They just don't seem to understand me. But the definition of me in your minds is not my responsibility. I'm just trying to live my life the best way I can, the only way I can. I want to have a prosperous future, but between me and you, I can't seem to see that sometimes.
Бях на 12 години, първата ми година в новото ми училище. С коса ми отидахме в Дисниленд в Париж на училищна екскурзия, на почивка. Тогава ми казаха, когато отидахме там, че аз не мога да се кача на повечето от атракциите, защото съм неспособна да виждам. Бях тъжна, съсипана и много безпомощна в този момент. Не мога да повярвам как всичките ми приятели отидаха да се забавляват. А аз не можех да направя нищо без придружител. Това ме натъжава всеки път. Защо винаги трябва да се случва така? Аз също съм човек. Също искам да се забавлявам. Не е честно.
So, I want to tell you about my friends and family, and how every day I am not seen as myself. How every day I'm misgendered. When you're at work, it's fine. They don't know me, I don't know them. Well, forget that. But when the people you love, you care about and trust, can't seem to show that in return. And I understand people make mistakes, I get it. It just hurts. And it hurts especially when your own mother comes up to you crying, saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't see you for you. She can't get she. And I can never explain that.
So I got a call from a friend asking me if I want to participate in the training in UK. And because I was free, I just checked where my passport is, and literally the next day I was sitting on the plane, already being excited what this training will bring me. But on the way, I also realized that half of our Slovenian team is missing because they couldn't get visa on time. Even if our association applied 8 weeks before the training, the people that trained for months that would bring amazing knowledge and wisdom here couldn't come because bureaucracy. I felt privileged. I also felt privileged on the airport because persons with Slovenian nationality always went through the checks smoothly, while another person with a refugee status was always stopped and checked individually. That's where I realized what the power passport holds. The power to divide us, to the us and the others.
So, my story is a little bit different. My story is about a time when I felt really included. growing up all through school, I was forced to do PE lessons and I wasn't able to do the sports days. And that's when I first realised that I wasn't like the other kids. But then something changed. There was a shift. 5 years ago, I started a college course called Performing Arts, and walking into the room for the first time, I felt like I was being treated as a person. I wasn't being seen as the thing that should and shouldn't do these things. I even ended up doing a dance class. Of all the things growing up, I never thought I'd step foot in a dance class. I can never truly express how gratifying that experience was.
In Bulgaria, it's a tradition that people put a bracelet on their wrist made out of red string. It brings luck and it's a form of protection from evil and dark spirits. It's important that the string is red because the devil wears the color red. Everyone wears it, babies, children, and adults. Even in the past, brides, on their wedding day, they were wearing a red dress to bring good luck and fortune to their new families. We are all tied together by a red string, and that symbolizes our connection to each other.
To give you an overview of my past, it's never been easy. I remember being bullied for the majority of my life. I remember one day a knife being thrown at me, a few days later a scissors. I never felt safe. I got into abusive relationships and I never felt happy. But that was all to change in December 2021.
I feel cold.
I feel scared.
I feel trapped.
I feel afraid.
I feel miserable.
I can sense danger.
feel locked away.
I feel stuck.
So this story is from when I was about 15. I've been trying to convince my mum to let me go see a doctor about my mental health. I've been feeling low and figured I need someone to talk to. After a few conversations, some arguments, and a few overnight trips to the hospital, we made an appointment. Now, it started off a bog standard appointment. He asked me questions about my mental state, if I'd been eating properly, if I'd been sleeping properly, how school was going. Then he started asking me questions that I thought were a bit strange.
Всяка пролет нашето училище организира традиционна ученическа изложба. Ние бяхме 12-ти клас и въпреки всички обещания, че тази година за нас ще има най-много място на изложбата, голяма част от 12-класниците не бяха допуснати да участват. Когато попитахме каква е причината за този отказ да бъдем включени, не получихме отговор. Това ни ядоса, защото цяла година се бяхме старали да направим картини, които да покажем там. И понеже смятахме достойни за изложба тези свои рисунки, решихме да направим малък бунт.
Na naši šoli vsako leto postavimo slikarsko razstavo. Študiram dizajn in slikarstvo in zelo se veselim te izkušnje. Ampak letos nam učiteljica ni pustila razstaviti naših slik. Zakaj? Zato, ker preveč eksperimentiramo, ker si damo duška, ker naš stil ni primeren.
Every year our school holds a traditional exhibition. This year our paintings were not accepted because our style is too different. When we asked the director of the school why our paintings were not accepted to the exhibition, he didn't reply to us and behaved badly.
I feel loved.
I feel scared.
I feel happy.
I sense scratchiness.
I feel trapped.
I feel calm.
I feel hate.
I feel safe.
So, some of these weird questions included, do your friends make jokes about you? And I said, yeah, but you know how friends make jokes about themselves. They make jokes about me, I make jokes about them, we move on. After a few more strange questions, this doctor looked at me and said, look, I don't think you're depressed. I just think you're sad because you're being bullied because you're fat. Now, I never mentioned my weight. I never mentioned anyone talking about my weight. This doctor just took one look at me and thought, this 15-year-old boy isn't depressed. He's just sad and fat.
В деня на изложбата подредихме отхвърлените рисунки навън пред галерията. Поставихме ги по стативи, които бяхме донесли, по дърветата, по храстите. Нашата алтернативна изложба носеше заглавието "Изложба на отхвърляне". Първата реакция не беше одобрителна. Една наша учителка, която първо видя експозицията ни, много ни се ядоса. Каза, че сме я разочаровали с това, което сме направили, че не може да повярва, че нейни ученици биха направили такова нещо. Но после започнаха да идват случайни хора и да се спират на изложбата ни, да я одобряват, да ни окуражават. Така, първата изложба на това наше ново общество беше успешна. Винаги ще помня този ден и ще си го спомням с трепет, защото тогава, колкото беше страхът от реакцията на хората, на директора, на учителите и на съучениците ни, толкова беше силен отборния ни дух, благодарение на който се събрахме и въпреки всичко, защото имаше препятствия, направихме тази първа наша изложба.
Kaj smo naredili potem? Vzeli smo naše slike in jih obesili po hrastih in drugih drevesih, po avtih, dali smo jih na parkirišče. Naša učiteljica in ravnatelj sta bila za na začetku zelo jezna in razočarana nad nami. Nista mogla verjeti, da bi si privoščili nekaj takega. Ampak potem so prišli gostje. In tudi pomembni gostje. In navdušeni so bili nad našimi slikami. Bila jim je všeč naša izvirnost. Potem je tudi učiteljica rekla, no, mogoče pa te slike niso bile tako slabe.
So we decided to put our paintings on the trees and cars in front of the gallery. Our teacher was really disappointed and angry when she saw what we have done. But when the audience liked our stuff, she thought that maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. I feel hope.
I feel calm.
I feel loved.
I feel warm.
I dream.
I can sense trust.
I'm happy.
I feel comforted.
It all changed for me in December 2021. I remember emailing Messa at the start of December, asking if I could join. I finally wanted to do something that I love and not what other people want me to do. And I remember walking up to the corridor, going through it, and coming up to 2 doors for the hall. And before I could even make it through the doors, someone shouted, "New person!" And about 10 people ran to me and hugged me. And it's the first time in my life I felt comforted, happy, safe. It was the first time I was free to be me.
In Bulgaria, there is a tradition to tie a red string around the wrist to protect us from evil spirits. We are all tied by a red string, and that symbolizes our connection to each other.
Rdeča vrvica okrog zapestja izhaja iz bolgarske tradicije in simbolizira zaščito pred zli duhovi. Hkrati pa simbolizira tudi povezavo med nami vsemi.
Yn Bulgaria, mae dyfodiad i glynu llun coch o gwmpas yn garddefnau yn hamddiffyn o'r sgrafio drwy. Rydym wedi'n clymu'r ymwneud i symboleiddio ein cysylltiad.
Bulgaria si връзва червен конец против руски езици. Всички носим червен конец на ръцете си и това ни сплотява.
I was excluded a few years ago at university, where I found a group of people who I thought were my friends, who then turned on me and pushed me away, left me feel alone.
When I became disabled, people stopped inviting me to social events. I felt like a burden.
In primary school, I was excluded because my friends didn't understand my twitches.
I got told I couldn't do a reflexology course because I'm blind.
All through my life, I've been excluded because I don't fit the beauty standard.
I was often excluded because I tend to fit in rather than stand out.
моето изкуство, защото не се връзваше в нормите.
My friends think I'm happy, but in fact I'm sad. But I try and tell myself it's not so bad.
Feeling lonely in a crowded room and feeling all of these thoughts loom.
All these feelings of isolation make me lose my motivation.
I try to hide my limitations because my friends have this mask of expectations.
These states of separation and discrimination always leave me with a feeling of discombobulation.
My
happiness ends with loathing because of wolves in sheep's clothing.
I am worried.
I am a guardian angel.
I am struggling.
I am worrying thoughts. I am cradling my arms like a baby. I am a guardian angel. I have my hands on worrying thoughts' shoulders. And I am struggling. And I am leaning back with my arms out. And I am a guardian angel, and I will take worrying thoughts.
I am struggling.
I am support.
I am hate.
I am struggle. I am still holding my hands out in front of me. I am support. I take the hands of struggle and stretch. And I am hate. I chop my arm towards their linked hands.
I am support, and I take away struggle.
I am hate.
I am sadness.
I am distraught.
I am hate. My arm suspends without hitting its target. I am sadness. I hide behind hate with face in my hands. I'm distraught. I hunt on the floor, my hands cradling my knees.
I am sadness, and I take hate.
I am distraught.
I am forgiveness.
I am ray of light.
I am distraught. I stay on the floor. I am forgiveness. I offer hands of support to distraught. And I am a ray of light. I raise my arms up in the sky.
I am forgiveness, and I take away distraught.
I am ray of light.
I am a heart receiving the light.
I am lost, and I've lost my way.
I am a ray of light. I still shine on. I am a heart. I sit in front of the ray of warmth. I am lost. I stand just outside, reaching a light I cannot find.
I am ray of light and I take the heart.
I'm lost. I am lost. I am lost!
You are found! You are found!
You are found!
I've spent my whole life trying to find my voice. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm walking through a void. I'm trying to get rid of some of my self-hate. It's a part of myself I'm trying to forget. I'm just starting to learn there are people in this world who love me. I'm caring and I like to share with my friends and family around me. I'm an actor, a friend, a family member. That's something I have to remember. I'm learning that there are people that love me in this world. And to me that means so much. It means my whole world.
Намирам себе си в самотата и природата.
I found myself when I joined the theater group where I could freely express myself.
I finally started to feel included when I met other visually impaired people. I felt like they really understood me.
One of the first times I felt really included when I first joined Met at the Mass Theatre Company. When, as soon as I walked in, I just felt like home. It just felt so safe.
I have found my way, and now I know my place is where you all will go.
I found my safe space when I joined UCAN Productions, who gave me the confidence to be myself.
I felt included at my university when I moved into my last flat. I found 2 close flatmates who've had my back ever since.